we are one step closer to answering the age-old question, are we alone in the universe?
NASA has hit the jackpot this time. Okay, the Holy Grail is to find an Earth-like twin in outer space.
NASA has just found a new home for us in space. That's right, the James Webb Telescope just dropped the clearest image of Proxima B, and let's just say it is giving Earth 2.0 vibes. It has perfect conditions, it is not too far away.
What that means and what it may mean in terms of if there's life out there.
We want to look maybe even for radio transmissions. Perhaps there's intelligent life there. Perhaps they've harnessed some kind of radio. An announcement that we have found evidence of life is huge.
So in a way, it is a potential paradise. But there is a problem. NASA also found something else. They have found that someone else lives there already. So what did NASA really find? And who or what is out there? The Earth-like planet. All right, before we tell you what NASA found, let's take a moment to understand what's so special about Proxima B. Trust me, it is worth it. This place could be our future home.
Is there another planet that's very close to Earth, kind of like us, where there could be a civilization?
Yeah, I mean, the closest star system to us, Proxima Centauri, actually has a fairly Earth-like planet around it. We don't know quite how Earth-like it is, but it's called Proxima B.
Proxima B sits in the Proxima Centauri system, which is, believe it or not, the closest star system to us. It is a mere 4.24 light years away. If this sounds relatively closer, we have to agree that it is closer to us when we talk in cosmic terms, but in reality, it is still incredibly far. It can take tens of thousands of years to get there with current technology. Proxima Centauri, the star at the center of this system, is a red dwarf. It is smaller and cooler than our sun, but don't let that fool you. These stars are long-lasting and very common in our galaxy. Now, why is everyone so excited about this planet? Well, when Proxima B was first discovered in 2016, the excitement was real. This was not just another distant exoplanet. It was a rocky planet. That means it has a solid surface, much like Earth. It is also about 1.2 times Earth's mass, so slightly bigger, but not too different. That puts it in a category scientists call a super-Earth. And the great thing is that Proxima B sits in its star's habitable zone. Yes, the Goldilocks zone, where temperatures could allow for liquid water to exist. And you know what they say about water. Where there is water, there could be life. Now let's talk about that star, Proxima Centauri. Red dwarfs are fascinating because they live much longer than stars like our sun. That longevity means there is more time for life to potentially develop on any planets orbiting them. But there is a catch. There always is, right? Proxima Centauri is what scientists call an active star. It throws out massive solar flares quite often, and we are not talking small ones. These flares can release enough radiation to strip away a planet's atmosphere. This means if we are here, we will be living on a planet where we could get zapped by deadly radiation at any moment. Not exactly the perfect conditions, but there is still hope. If Proxima B has a thick atmosphere, it could shield the surface from these flares. It is a big if, but scientists are hopeful. There is another problem as well. Proxima B is tidally locked to its star. This means one side of the planet always faces Proxima Centauri, while the other side is stuck in perpetual darkness. So one side is endlessly sunlit and scorching, while the other side is in eternal night and freezing cold. This is not exactly ideal. Not just that, between these two extremes lies something called the Terminator line. This is the narrow strip where daylight meets night. In theory, this region could have the perfect conditions for liquid water. So if life exists on Proxima B, this could be the sweet spot. But how do we even get there?
And this is 4 light years away. So it's 4 years divided by 2 seconds. So far, 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 far further away.
Now this is the tough part. Even though Proxima B is our closest neighbor in space terms, 4.24 light years is no joke. With today's technology, it would take us tens of thousands of years to reach it. But don't lose hope just yet. Scientists are working on some pretty wild ideas. Take Breakthrough Starshot, for example. This project aims to send tiny light-powered spacecraft to the Proxima Centauri system. These probes would be super lightweight and could travel at a fraction of the speed of light. If everything goes to plan, they could reach Proxima B in just a few decades. And once they are there, they would send back data on everything from the planet's atmosphere to its surface conditions. One of the biggest questions scientists have is whether Proxima B even has an atmosphere. This is crucial. An atmosphere could protect the planet from all those nasty solar flares and help regulate temperatures. Without it, life as we know it would be pretty much impossible. That's why missions like the James Webb Space Telescope are so important. They are designed to answer these kinds of questions. Now, the incredible thing here is that Proxima B is not the only planet orbiting Proxima Centauri. Recently, scientists found evidence of another planet, Proxima C. We don't know much about it yet, but this discovery suggests that the Proxima Centauri system might be more like a mini solar system. Who knows what else is out there? Each planet could have its own unique features and potential for life. But what makes this Proxima B so special for us? Well, let's sum it up. Proxima B is exciting because it is close, it is rocky, and it is in the habitable zone. It is like the trifecta of exoplanet potential. Sure, there are challenges, like those solar flares and the tidal locking, but the possibilities are too big to ignore. And now that we have the clearest image yet from the James Webb Telescope, we are closer than ever to understanding this mysterious world. What we find there could change everything we know about the universe. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to know if there's another place out there that could be our future home? But these images also revealed something terrifying about this planet. So what did NASA find out? The shocking discovery. Before we tell you that, let's find out how NASA was able to observe this planet from such a distance.
The largest telescope ever flown launched into deep space on Christmas Day 2021. Its primary mission is to reveal the "let there be light" moment.
This discovery that NASA made about Proxima B is nothing short of jaw-dropping. And it is all thanks to the incredible capabilities of the James Webb Space Telescope. Launched in late 2021, the JWST is the most powerful telescope ever built, and it has completely changed the game in space exploration. This is not just any telescope. It is like having a super-powered magnifying glass that can see further and in more detail than anything we have had before. The JWST looks at the universe in infrared light, which means it can detect things that are hidden from our eyes like heat signatures and details shrouded behind clouds of gas or dust. This is why it was perfect for studying Proxima B, a planet we have been curious about for years. So what did JWST find on Proxima B? When the telescope turned its powerful eye toward the planet, scientists were not just looking for the usual stuff like water vapor, carbon dioxide, or methane. They were expecting to find clues about the planet's atmosphere, surface conditions, and maybe even some signs that it could support life. But what they actually found was completely unexpected. On the dark side of Proxima B, there was a faint but steady glow. At first, this might not sound too strange. Planets can have natural light phenomena, right? Think about volcanic activity or auroras here on Earth. But this glow was different. It was steady and consistent, not flickering or fading. It didn't behave like anything natural. Instead, it looked exactly like artificial light, something you would expect to see from a city at night. Let that sink in for a moment. Artificial light, on a planet 4.24 light years away. If that doesn't give you chills, I don't know what will. The implications are staggering. If this glow really is artificial, it could mean that Proxima B is home to an advanced civilization. Not simple bacteria or basic life forms, but intelligent beings capable of building complex structures and altering their environment. Imagine looking up at the night sky and realizing that somewhere out there, just a few light years away, there might be a thriving metropolis. The data from JWST suggests that this glow covers a large area of the planet's surface. We are not talking about a few scattered lights. This could be an entire city or even multiple cities. The idea that we could be seeing the lights of an alien civilization is mind-blowing. Of course, this discovery raises a million questions. What kind of civilization are we dealing with? Are they similar to us, or are they far more advanced? If they have managed to light up a planet, they must have some serious technology. And if they have been around long enough to build something like this, could they have developed space travel? If so, why haven't they contacted us? Or maybe they have their own challenges to deal with, much like we do here on Earth. It is both thrilling and a little terrifying to think about. There is also the possibility that these lights are not from a civilization that is currently thriving. Maybe we are seeing the remnants of a once great society that has since vanished. The glow could be leftover technology, still functioning long after its creators are gone. We can just stumble upon the ruins of a lost world. a place that once had cities, advanced technologies, and maybe even interstellar capabilities. If this is the reason, we will likely find an ancient city buried under layers of history, except this one is light years away. The arrangement of the lights is another intriguing detail. The fact that they are spread across such a large area suggests that we are not just looking at random spots of light. This could be one massive city, a big megacity that covers a significant portion of the planet. Or it could be several smaller cities connected in some way. Each region of light might serve a different purpose, like residential areas, industrial zones, or even communication hubs. There are just too many possibilities here, but not everyone is convinced. Some scientists are urging caution, and they have a point. Space is full of surprises, and just because something looks artificial does not mean it is. There could be natural processes happening on Proxima B that we don't yet understand. Maybe there is some kind of geological or atmospheric phenomenon that produces a steady glow. It's unlikely, but we cannot rule it out completely. The universe has a way of surprising us, and we have to keep an open mind. Still, the idea that we might have detected lights from an alien civilization is impossible to ignore. This could be the closest we have ever come to finding real evidence of intelligent life beyond Earth. And if it turns out to be true, it changes everything. We have always wondered if we are alone in the universe. This discovery suggests that we might not be, and that our nearest cosmic neighbor could be a lot more interesting than we ever imagined. So what's next? If there really are aliens on Proxima B, how do they survive? How do they deal with the harsh conditions of their planet? Remember, Proxima B is tidally locked, with one side always facing its star and the other side in perpetual darkness. That means extreme temperatures, scorching heat on one side, and freezing cold on the other. If there is a civilization there, they must have found a way to adapt. Maybe they live along the Terminator line, that narrow strip where day meets night, where conditions might be just right. Or maybe they have developed technologies we cannot even imagine to make their planet habitable. So what are the theories that we have for this? How do they survive on this planet? Our theories. First up, let's talk about that sweet spot or the Terminator line. This is the narrow zone on Proxima B where day and night meet, like a thin band where the sun's warmth mixes with the cold shadow of night. Think of it as the planet's version of a Goldilocks zone. It is not too hot, not too cold, but just right. If there is any chance for life, it would be along this line, where conditions are more stable. It is kind of like living in an eternal sunset, which is not the worst thing if you ask me. Perfect temperatures, a little sunlight, and a little coolness. This is like the perfect spot in your house where the AC hits just right. If aliens are smart, that's where they are setting up shop. But maybe they are not just hanging out in this zone. Maybe they have gone full-on sci-fi and built something really out there. We are talking about cities under the surface. Yep, that's right. Underground cities. The surface of Proxima B might be a nightmare with its wild temperature extremes. But underground, things could be totally different. Think about Earth's own extreme environments. People live in caves, underground bunkers, and even Antarctica. If aliens have the technology, they could be creating their own subterranean paradise. They would be safe from the scorching heat or freezing cold. And with the right tech, they could create a stable environment down there. Now here is where things get a little wild. What if they have figured out a way to control the temperature on the surface? It is possible that they have developed advanced technology that lets them terraform the environment around them, like building massive shields or domes that regulate temperature. We already have prototypes for this on Earth, though they are still in the maybe someday phase. So why not aliens with better tech? They could have giant heat shields to protect them from the sun's rays, or massive cooling systems to keep the cold at bay. Maybe their cities are domed, with artificial climates inside, so they can live and thrive in an environment that would normally be deadly. Or maybe they are living off heat, literally. Think about it. On the sun-facing side, temperatures can get crazy hot, but what if the aliens have figured out how to harness that heat? Maybe they have developed some kind of geothermal system that lets them use the energy from the planet itself. Instead of running from the heat, maybe they have learned how to use it for energy, powering their homes and cities. The darker side, though cold, could have geothermal power too, with deep heat coming from the planet's core. Who needs solar panels when you have the whole planet to work with? And let's not forget about artificial lighting. We have already seen signs of it, right? So what if these aliens are using artificial lights to create warmth and keep the atmosphere habitable? Maybe their cities are not just powered by lights, they are literally kept alive by them. Think of it like a gigantic heat lamp for an entire planet, one that creates the warmth needed to survive. If they can light up the night, maybe they are using those lights to create pockets of warmth, protecting themselves from the eternal darkness on the other side. Of course, the aliens might have gotten really creative with their biology. They could have evolved to withstand extreme conditions in ways we can't even imagine. Maybe they have developed a sort of cloaking mechanism that helps them regulate their body temperature. Or they have some weird alien metabolism that thrives in the most brutal conditions. After all, life on Earth has adapted to all kinds of crazy environments, from deep ocean vents to boiling hot springs. If aliens are out there, they have probably found some crazy way to survive and thrive in their environment too. Let's not ignore the possibility that they might have spacefaring abilities. If they have mastered technology advanced enough to light up a whole planet, maybe they have figured out how to travel between planets or even moons. They could have already conquered their own local solar system. At the end of the day, Proxima B's extreme conditions might seem like a deal breaker. But if there is one thing we know, it is that life finds a way. Whether it is through some high-tech terraforming, adapting to underground living, or getting creative with the planet's energy sources, these aliens have definitely figured something out. After all, if they can pull off artificial lights on a planet 4.24 light-years away, we can only imagine the kind of tricks they have up their sleeves. Now, the big question is, should we contact them? Is it safe for us to approach this civilization? Should we contact? The idea of reaching out to another intelligent civilization is undeniably exciting. We could learn so much from their technologies to their scientific breakthroughs. But should we really be trying to contact them? First, there is the practical issue: communication. Sending a message to Proxima B means using radio waves, which travel at the speed of light. That means it will take over 4 years for a message to get there, and another 4 years for a response. So it is a long wait, but we have been broadcasting signals into space for decades, hoping someone out there might hear us. The real question is, should we keep sending signals, or should we hold back? Some experts argue against it. The biggest concern is, what if they are dangerous? What if Proxima B's civilization is more advanced, and making contact could put us at risk? Think about how history unfolded when one group of people met another that was technologically superior. Things didn't always end well. Then there is the tricky matter of the message itself. If we do decide to contact them, how do we communicate? Math might be our best bet. Prime numbers, for example, are universal and would show intelligence. But should we really give them details about ourselves, like Earth's location, or our biology? If they are hostile, this could backfire badly. On the other hand, imagine the discoveries we could make. They might have answers to problems we are struggling with, like energy or climate change. Maybe they are already aware of us and have been quietly watching. But they might also have decided they don't want to contact us, seeing us as too primitive. In short, reaching out is a huge decision. It is thrilling but risky. And who knows, maybe we are not the only ones waiting for a signal. So what do you think? Should we really visit this new place to see what's out there? Tell us your opinions in the comments below. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to our channel to hear about more amusing discoveries. Thanks for watching.